my house and brought me a mystery box. So this is my very first mystery box challenge, and it's also a mystery box hop. It's a friend hop. It's a mystery box friend hop. I received my box from Jamie at Simple Roots Simple Living, and she has sent me some stuff. I don't know what's inside this box, but whatever's in here, I have to use it all to make crafts. And then I will get some Dollar Tree items and send to someone else that you won't know just yet. Who gets my box? That's a mystery. And that person will have to use everything I sent her, but I have not opened this. I have no idea what's inside. There's supposed to be 7 to 10 items in here. Oh, she sent a card. Oh, it's a pretty card. Oh, my favorite colors. She says, Rhonda, I'm so excited to be on this YouTube journey with you. So many wonderful friends. I'm glad I get to call you friend. I can't wait to watch you soar. Love, Jamie. Oh, Jamie, I am so grateful for all of my friends that I have made here on YouTube. And I know I couldn't even gotten this far without any one of you. So I love you, Jamie. Okay, oh gosh, okay, looks like she sent me some Easter stuff, some Easter goodies. These are the oh so cute little carrots, and all this is supposed to be from Dollar Tree, so need not say more. These are all from Dollar Tree. So, oh my gosh, aren't these carrots so cute? She sent me some rope. That's not too challenging. I think I can figure something with rope. Hydrangeas. No, hyacinth flowers. Pretty white flowers. Oh my gosh. I love these jars, little craft jars. I'm already formulating some ideas. Oh, I've not seen this one at my Dollar Tree. Felt bunny clips. How cute. Oh, look at their little tails and the little polka dots on those. That's so cute. Oh, I've been wanting one of these. The plant hanger. I almost got one of these for myself just the other day, and for whatever reason I didn't wind up getting it. I got one now. Okay, wooden beads, y'all know. Every craft looks so much cuter with wooden beads. Aww, a little box. Definitely can make use of a little box. Magnetic tins. That's another thing that I thought I was thinking of an idea for these. And I hope I remember what that idea even was, because now I have them. And oh gosh, what was it I wanted to do with these? I'm gonna have to sit and think, because I know I had a plan for these myself. I don't have any, or I hadn't bought any for myself, so. Oh my gosh, she sent me really good stuff. Like, I don't think this is gonna be too hard at all. I got lucky. Oh, I haven't seen this one. I haven't seen this one at my Dollar Tree. Okay, so that is the unboxing. Here's everything that I have to use, and I'm gonna have to sit and think. I'm gonna think for a little while on what I'm gonna do with all of this, but I'm so excited. Okay, bye. For the first DIY, I was able to use a lot of the things that Jamie sent me. It just kind of came together, and I don't really know how, but I love it. So I'm using the craft jar, the decoration box, the metal sign, some wooden beads, and the plant hanger. The first thing I did was remove the label from the craft jar, and it did leave behind a little bit of sticky, so I had to go back and wash that off with a warm soapy rag. Then I removed the rope hanger from the metal sign, and you're not going to believe it, but I'm going to remove the house as well, and it is screwed on. I was really surprised to find that the house decoration was screwed onto the metal piece and not just glued, but actually it's both. After I get the screws removed, it is still attached, and you have to kind of pull it and pry it off of the metal piece. It left behind a little bit of that MDF board, but that's okay. That's not going to bother the project at all. Then I removed the very stuck-on sticker from the other side. I used my hair dryer to heat it up, and it came off much easier. Now the plan in my head required this half circle on this box to be removed. So I got my little cutting mat and a utility knife, and I scored it 3 or 4 times, and then it very easily just snaps off of the decorative box. Then I painted the whole box inside and out with Rust-Oleum chalked in linen white, of course after removing my sticky tags, but those were easily removed, thank goodness. And I used 2 coats to cover this box. I hate to give away the ending, but some animals are going to be eating out of this, so I wanted to seal the paint with the dishwasher safe Mod Podge, just in case. I'm pretty sure that chalk paint is non-toxic, but I wanted to be sure that no animals are harmed while making this video. Next, this is going to be what holds the bird seed, and in order for the bird seed to come out, we need to cut the bottom of this plastic jar. And so I get my cutting mat back out, and I use my very sharp utility knife, and this plastic cuts like butter. And I tried really hard to cut a straight line so that if this jar were to stand up, it would stand up level. Next, you need to unscrew the lid on the jar, and it's going to be attached to the metal roof piece. And I'm going to attach it right in the center, and I'm going to use E6000 and a combination of hot glue for time purposes. Inside the lid is a little paper piece, and you can go ahead and remove that. Now, the way that this is going to hang on the chain, there needs to be a hole drilled in the center of both pieces. And I use a drill to do this. I'm just holding that screwdriver to show in the center. Next, you're going to use the plant hanger, and these plant hangers come with 3 chains, but you'll only need 1. So use some pliers. I'm using wire cutters because that's what I had handy, but use a tool to bend the hook just a little bit so that you can remove 2 of the chains and keep 1 on the hook. And don't forget to bend the S hook back so that your chain doesn't come off. Then remove the clip that's on the end of the chain because you won't need that, but save it because you might need it for a DIY some other time. now you're going to take the last link in the chain and bend it so that it is straight like a pin. Then attach it to the metal piece and through the lid by going through the top side, and it will come through the bottom side, and you're going to secure it in place using one of the wooden beads. I think it was a medium size one. And then the 2-prong link. You can bend each of the prongs over to the side, and that secures your chain into place. Then I drilled 2 holes on opposite sides on the cutoff end of the jar. Then we're going to use 2 links, one for each of those holes that we drilled, and that's going to attach the birdseed jar to the wooden box that's going to be the landing spot. So you see here I have 1 link attached to each of the drilled holes. And you'll also see that I drilled 2 holes in the bottom of the box. Now I'm going to use black wire that I got at the Dollar Tree to attach everything together. And you'll need 2 longer pieces. You will loop the wire through each of the links and twist it all up. Now just feed the wires through the holes that you drilled in the box, and when you turn it over, you can twist the 2 longer wires together, and this secures it in place. This design is using gravity so that the bird seed inside the jar will fall down into the tray once the birds start eating it. Then your bird feeder is ready to put the seed in, so you would just pour the seed inside the jar and screw the lid back in place, and you're all set to feed the birds. Get ready, here is my mystery question. In the comments below, tell me, what is your favorite springtime activity? Is it bird watching, going on a picnic, or maybe gardening? Tell me what you like to do when those first few days of spring finally come around, and you'll be entered in the giveaway for the mystery box if you answer all of our mystery questions. For the next DIY, I'm using the magnetic tins, and I'm going to remove the plastic centers, which just peel right out. Then I used a combination of E6000 and hot glue to glue the lids on the bottoms.
Next, I painted the tins using my Rust-Oleum chalk paint in linen white. However, if I would have had some white spray paint, I would have preferred to use that, but I just didn't have any. Then I used the white rocks that you get at the Dollar Tree and some little tiny cactuses that I got at Trees and Trends on sale a long time ago, and I've used them for all kinds of different DIYs, but they were the perfect size to fit inside of these tins. So I'm putting hot glue down in the bottom and just arranging those rocks wherever they'd fit, kind of like a little puzzle. Then I plucked the little cactus plants off of their stems and played around with them to see how they would look cutest inside of these little boxes. And I didn't want both of them the same, so I tried to make each one just a little different in the placement where I put the little cactuses. When I was happy with how they were going inside, then I used hot glue to glue them down. And I filled in any spaces where I thought there needed to be some extra rocks. So simple, easy, and turned out really, really cute, and you could display these on your refrigerator or maybe even a metal file cabinet in your office. And for the remaining items in my mystery box, I'm using the carrots, the rope, the felt bunny clothespins, and the pretty white flowers. And the first thing I'm going to do is use the felt bunny clothespins, and I'm going to remove the bunnies from the clothespins, which are just glued on. And then I'm going to paint them with some white paint because their coloring was just a little too bright for me. Now my goal here was actually to try to turn these bunnies white. I really thought I could paint them white, but I'm telling you, I guess felt soaks up a lot of paint, and maybe if I had fabric paint, maybe that would have worked better. I don't know, but I did 3 coats on these bunnies and they never did turn white. They just were a paler version of the colors that they originally were. So I wound up with lavender and very light blue bunnies, and that turned out just fine for me. Then I used a wreath out of my own stash that is also from the Dollar Tree. It's a small one, and it was the perfect size to use because this package of rope was just enough to go around it. And the way that I did this was that I took the rope and I undid it, and I made 3 pieces of rope, and that was the perfect amount to go around this little wreath form. You'll notice that the wreath is in 3 sections, and so I put hot glue on one of the posts that divided one of the sections, and that's where I started. 3 sections, 3 pieces of rope. It turned out just perfect. I couldn't believe it. So anyway, once I got my first piece glued down, then I just started wrapping. When I came to the end of my rope, I hot glued it in place and then put hot glue on the next post and started wrapping my next strand. When I came to the end of my third strand, I had a little piece that was left over, so I decided to use it for a hanger. So all I did was loop it over and hot glue it in place. Then I used the hyacinths to decorate the wreath. And I removed the tag and used my wire cutters to cut each one away from the bunch just for a starting point. Then I divided the flowers in half and put them opposite each other to make a swag. The stems were still just a little too long, so I trimmed them down some more. I did a little quick arranging, and when I was happy with the way it was looking, I got my zip ties that also come from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to zip tie them together in the middle. Then I cut the tail off of the zip tie and hot glued it to the bottom center of the wreath. Now I'm going to decorate this wreath using one of the carrots that was in my mystery box, but I also think that it would be really cute to use that little house that came off the metal piece that we used in the bird feeder, just for another option if you didn't want to make an Easter wreath. But I'm making an Easter wreath with this, and I'm using the carrot and 2 of the bunnies that I painted, and I chose to use the blue ones just because I preferred the blue over the lavender. When I was happy with the placement of my bunnies, I hot glued them down. Oh my gosh, I couldn't have been happier with this little Easter wreath. But I have to say, my favorite DIY out of the mystery box hop is the bird feeder. To see who received my mystery box, click the link down in my description box to continue the hop. And don't forget, answer everyone's special question so that you can be entered in the mystery box giveaway. Bye!